What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so we're on the official Instagram for the It Is What It Is podcast that is hosted by Mase and Cameron. Mase is if some of you that are hip hop heads know that there was a time Mase was on Bad Boy Records. He left the music business and became a pastor, and then he came back to Bad Boy, and then he started doing some stuff with 50 Cent and all that. Obviously, if you know about his history with Cameron, they've been friends for like 25 years, and they in that one group, Children of the Corn, together and the whole deal. So they have a history that's going back a couple decades, right? But they had talked about the whole Shannon Sharpe versus Mike Epps thing. Obviously, if you've been following that, you know that Shannon Sharpe was the coach of the NBA celebrity game versus Stephen A. Smith. So it was Shannon Sharpe versus Stephen A. Smith. Shannon Sharpe's team won. I know 50 Cent was one of the assistant coaches on Shannon's team. And what was it? I can't remember who won the MVP. But anyway, the game aired on Saturday. And but he went on Nightcap and he mentioned that everybody seems to have something to say, because everybody is dogpiling on Shannon Sharpe because he took some offense to some of the things that Mike Epps had said about him, insinuating that he was gay and all this kind of thing. And then everybody started weighing in. Mason and Cameron talked about it on the It Is What It Is podcast. And then Shannon and Ocho Cinco on the Nightcap podcast, they responded to the things that Cam and Mase said. He had some particular things to say about Mason, had referred to him as a fake pastor. He never mentioned his name. But anyway, they got some clips up that they put up this morning. I'm going to play both of them, and then I'm going to comment.
He called me a fake pastor. Somebody sent it to me. I wanted to tell him, put the camera on me. I'm just going to go, from the jump. Listen, Shannon. I'm not the one to play with. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to take that road. I'm going to take a different road with you. Listen, let me start with respect and let me end with class, okay? You started out being very aggressive with Ja Morant, Pops, at a Laker game. If you are for black people, this is not the way to carry yourself. And let me go further than that. You wanted to be tough with Mike Epps, and you settled quicker than Diddy and Cassie. Listen. And thirdly, you call yourself coming at me, right? You want to be aggressive with me, right?
Well, Shannon said something?
Listen, you showed poise, respect, wherewithal, resolve, compassion, reverence for Skip Bayless. Why are you so aggressive anytime somebody black say something? The man said, put your glasses on, and you put your glasses back on. Don't play with me. Put your glasses back on, Shannon. I respect you, and I do not want to go there with you. I respect you.
Damn. We might gotta call up big homie Stephen A. Smith to resolve this, man.
Why? Listen.
All right, so you heard that. And if you don't know where he mentioned Stephen A. Smith appeared on the It Is What It Is podcast last year because he saw that they were winning. But if you notice this on the caption, it's all in all caps for the people who haven't gotten the memo yet. Once again, we do and say WTF we want over here at It Is What It Is Talk. If you don't like it, do something about it. And then episode 111 out now, which is on their YouTube channel. If you check them out, like I said, their podcast is doing very, very well. They've got the underdog fantasy, deal that's worth millions, the whole deal, right? All right. So I would push back on Mase in this regard. Number one, Mike Epps, he said that Shannon, all of a sudden, he's like, oh, you bow down to Mike and all this kind of thing. That's not true. If you know what happened, Mike was about to get exposed because he lied on Shannon and claimed Shannon was trying to get him on the show, and he turned it out, and he went on stage after Shannon didn't want him on the podcast, and he started insinuating that Shannon was gay, right? Shannon saw the clips. He went on Nightcap and responded and said, don't make me expose the DMs. So then Mike had to come out on Instagram and admit that he was lying. And yes, he was trying to get on Club Shay Shay. And then, so I guess maybe he was a little salty because Shannon didn't put him on. When Shannon said he was going to pull up, Mike said, well, you can pull up, but I'm from Indianapolis. This is my city. So it ain't going to be no scrapping. We don't do that. We do other things over here. You're not going to pull up in my city and think it's going to be sweet. So Mike said that. Then people on both sides was reaching out to Mike and Shannon, and they got them to talk. They start DMing in on Instagram again. Mike was like, bro, my bad. Mike apologized, which Mike has admitted. Mike apologized to Shannon because he was lying. I understand that little clip was funny, and Mase wants to say, oh, you was backing down from Mike Epps. Mike did apologize to Shannon privately and publicly. This is the truth. So, matter of fact, he just did another interview the other day, and he's like, man, maybe I took it a little too far and everything, So this is the thing. Mike Epps said that out of his own mouth. So I understand that Mase wants to paint the narrative, oh, Shannon, you back down real quick. That wasn't what it was. Cameron even said on the show the other day that nobody is going to, if they stand in face to face with Shannon Sharpe, they're not going to give him a fair one because, as Cameron said, Shannon is Diesel. Look at how in shape that bro is. Mase ain't in that kind of shape. So he letting you know that if you come to Harlem and see him, it ain't going to be no one-on-one. It ain't going to be fair. He just letting you know what it is, right? And hey, I respect it. He letting you know we not gonna put our dukes up. It ain't gonna be that. But I think, like I said, the whole Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharpe thing, a lot of people are using that narrative because I was watching live when that incident happened with Shannon and Skip, and he was like, put your glasses back on. And everybody, because Monique even talked about it when she did the Club Shay Shay podcast the other week. She said there were millions of black folks that were sitting there waiting on Shannon to reach across that desk and give Skip Bayless a case of the beats. But Shannon has talked about that. He said that when Skip Bayless talked to him like that, he had the inclination to take things another way. But he thought about his family. He thought about all the money he would lose. And think about it. There would be no Club Shay Shay right now if Shannon had actually taken that route with Skip Bayless, who's 72 years old, 71, 72 years old. He's an old man. And yes, Skip's annoying, but I understand what it is. But like I said, Mase, I'm a big fan. I got a couple of Mase CDs. I still got him on my Spotify and all that. He was one of the best rappers. Like the Bad Boy era with Puffy and Mase and the whole thing. Yeah, I'm a big fan. But I think we can't do this. Here's the thing. I can't help but notice that everybody, he's saying you don't have that type of energy for anybody that's not black. I don't see anybody that's not black coming at Shannon Sharpe. It's all other black people. So who he supposed to have the energy for? It's only black people that are throwing shade and disrespecting Shannon Sharpe. It's not white people doing that. So who's he supposed to have the energy for? You guys are all acting like, oh, I'm going to dish you. I'm going to say all this about you. You get mad. Oh, you only have that energy for black people. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard Mason Betha say. That is dumb. And I was like, you get dumber. Your IQ drops from listening to that. So now Shannon did say he's going to stop. He talked to his sister and he's going to stop responding to all these people. Because at this point, it does look like people are just trying to get Shannon to mention them because it goes viral and they just trying to get clout. And then they go, oh, why are you getting so mad, man? It's just jokes. I'm just saying this. Yeah, I said you were gay and I said this and I said you were looking at other men and blah, blah, blah. But hey, it's just jokes, man. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Like I said, go to the It Is What It Is podcast. You can catch the full clip, the full video for episode 111 on their YouTube channel. And obviously, give me a follow. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Threads. All at Ikari Press. If you're in the comics, type in IkariPress.com and it will take you to my comic brand, Way of the Gun. We also have the link to my Gumroad. You can download a couple of the books there. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.